tell you right now, you better get out of my face.
Today, accusations and chairs fly with the basketball wives. Shep takes things a little too far.
It was a blatant white glove off slap in my face to try and get a rise out of me, and you know that it was. Yeah.
And Craig Conover is here to break it all down.
I feel bad for everyone involved.
This is your reality check.
The cat's out of the bag.
Happy Thursday, everybody. It's a very happy Thursday, actually. It's our last day in our temporary studio. We're back to our usual studio next week, and I'm very excited about that. Welcome to the show. This is Reality Check, and I am your host, Lyndsey Rodrigues. Today, I am joined by friend of the show, People.com writer and reporter, Jodi Gugliemi. Welcome back.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
I'm excited that you have returned to our couches, and also later in the show, we'll have Craig Conover from Southern Charm joining us via Skype to talk all about last night's season finale, so it's going to be a very good show. And of course, it's Thursday, so make sure you go over to @People on Twitter to cast your vote for your favorite moment from the week, and we'll reveal the results at the end of the show. Reveal the results. Try saying that 3 times fast.
I know, you can't do it.
Woo. All right, well, while you guys get voting, Jodi and I are going to kick off the show by breaking down our top 5. At number 5, Kane Brown and his wife Caitlin revealed their baby girl's Monica at the shower thrown for them by country star Jason Aldean and wife Brittany. The couple captioned a sweet Instagram post officially announcing our baby's name, Kingsley. Can't wait for you to be here. The couple went on to thank Jason and Brittany for throwing them the shower, which was very sweet. Now, would we want to see this couple have their own reality show?
I think so. I mean, they're young and they're cool, and that's what I loved about the baby name, too. I think it perfectly reflects them as a couple. I would definitely tune in.
What do you think of Kingsley as a name for a girl?
I love it. I love names that sound familiar, but you almost can't place it, so they're still unique enough, and that's what Kingsley is to me.
It's a good, strong name, too.
It is. I really like it.
Well, we're going to talk more about names because at number 4... Daphne Oz is now a mama for. Her rep confirmed exclusively to People that the MasterChef junior judge and husband John have welcomed their daughter Giovanna on Wednesday. Another beautiful name. The baby girl was born at 9:03 p.m. at 8 pounds 5 ounces and joins the couple's daughters Domenica and Philomena, as well as son Jovan. So let's talk about baby names. Do you have yours picked out?
No, kind of, but...
Tell us.
I really like the name Hayden.
Ooh, for a boy or a girl?
For either one.
Yeah?
I like names that can go both ways. The only family name I like is my cousin's name is Jay.
Yep.
And I like that for a boy or a girl.
Okay, yeah.
So those are my 2, probably.
It works.
Yeah.
Mine are Bowie and Luna.
That's cute.
After David Bowie and Luna Lovegood from Harry Potter. But
I love that.
Celebrity baby names, I mean, they got real crazy at one point with the apples and what are some other crazy celebrity baby names?
I don't remember whose baby it is, but I know there's a baby, now an adult out there, named Pilot Inspector.
Yes. That's Jason Lee from Mallrats. That is his son.
That one I will never forget.
Yeah, and the Kardashians, they have some unusual names as well.
They do.
Saint and Sam. Dream and True and Stormy. So, I mean, do you think we'll ever see the trend go back to the Audreys and the Katies and,
I don't know. I kind of think maybe those times are behind us a little bit, but at the same time, trends come back into style, so we could start seeing some Mary, some Ruths. You never know.
A little baby Ruth.
I know.
Reminds me of the Friends episode.
Yeah.
Well, at number 3... Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis are still very happy 4 years into their marriage. The couple, who recently celebrated her birthday on Wednesday, have been married since 2015 and share 2 kids together. A source tells People Mila and Ashton have a very fulfilling life and love. They're both very well grounded in their relationship, and the kids have actually brought them closer together, which is really cool. Would we want to see this couple do another film together, or another TV series together? Because obviously they met on the 70s show.
I think absolutely. I think fans really want it. They are one of my favorite celebrity couples because they seem so genuine and, like our reporting said, so grounded and just really together, and they're in it. but I don't know if they're going to do it. I think they really like having their private lives. I think they like supporting each other in their individual projects. I don't know if I see them coming back together on screen, even though like I would sign every petition out there to make it happen. Yeah.
I think they're also one of those couples that seem to have a great balance where one of them goes to work, the other looks after the kids, and then they swap. But it's so cool that he was her first kiss ever.
I know.
On the 70s show.
It's all full circle.
Oh, I love it.
It makes you think if you married your first kiss. No.
Oh, no, his name was Wade Willoughby. I ain't marrying that. No. Hi, Wade. At number 2, Demi Burnett claps back at Tanner Tolbert. The queen of Bachelor in Paradise Season 6 made it clear that she does not approve of him comparing her to Jed Wyatt. In a since-deleted tweet, Tanner pointed out that both Demi and Jed were dating people before they joined their seasons, even referencing reports that Demi planned to get engaged to her girlfriend on the show. Now, Demi fired back in a series of tweets telling Tanner to F off and calling him a grown-ass man, tweeting about rumors. So what do you make of all of this, Jodi? Does Tanner have a point? Because I feel like the difference is Demi actually told Hannah Brown before she went into Paradise, she's like, oh, I've been seeing someone and it's a girl, whereas Jed just kept real quiet about his situation.
I think Demi has told everybody that she was dating somebody. It's not a secret. I think the girl knew. It sounded like they weren't necessarily in an exclusive relationship.
Yeah.
And so she probably told the girl at home, hey, I'm going on this show. I don't know what's going to happen. And then it's only fair and right for Demi to tell Derek or whoever she's dating on the show, hey, just so you know, there was something else going on back home, so you're not blindsided like Hannah Brown was by Jed.
I know.
So I think there is a difference. I do think if the rumors are true that, you know, it was a planned engagement, that the woman's going to come on the show and Demi knew about it, that's where it gets a little murky.
Right.
But as
then
far
why are you kissing Derek? And
Totally.
Yeah.
But as far as just going on the show, having just dated somebody, as long as you're being open and honest, I don't think there's a problem.
And that's the difference, because Jed was none of those things.
Exactly.
And he lost the girl. He lost a great girl.
Karma.
So. At number 1, almost a week after Miley Cyrus and Liam Hemsworth confirmed their split, it seems she isn't planning to throw in the towel anytime soon. I mean, would you? Have you seen the kid? The source tells people that they have a long history together, and that's a huge part of why she has a hard time letting go, understandably. Multiple sources agree that Miley and Liam's relationship was unhealthy and that their separation is for the best right now. The source went on to say she just wants to be happy and wants Liam to be happy as well. So, Jodi, we know that Miley was recently seen kissing Caitlyn Carter, Brody Jenner's ex-wife, in Italy, following the two women and their breakup. So, and then his mum recently came out telling Caitlyn, you know, I love you. So you broke that story.
Yes.
Can you give us any more scoop on this whole developing situation?
You know, to me, when Linda Thompson came out and said, Caitlyn, I still love you, I support you, you don't deserve any of the harsh judgments coming your way, to me that said, okay, Brody and Caitlyn's breakup had nothing to do with this Miley stuff.
Yeah.
And that it was an amicable split, the families still respect and love each other. So whatever's going on with Caitlyn and Miley, whether that's just going to be an Italian fling or it's going to come back here with us, that's to be seen. But what I think that shows is that everyone's cool.
Yeah.
You know, like everyone
can be amicable and be adults about it. Didn't the source say that Miley and Caitlyn were just having fun and that there's not actually anything to their relationship? I mean,
But who knows if it'll keep going or if it really was just that.
Right.
Like I said, we don't know that yet.
Yeah.
But what we do know is that those two came together after their respective relationships were done.
Right. And also Italy, it makes you do crazy things.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little wine, a little cheese.
Exactly.
It makes you want to kiss people. It's a romantic place. We are going to take a very short break, but when we come back, Craig Conover will be on the line to break down last night's explosive Southern Charm finale, so stay tuned.
You didn't do it because you like this girl. You did it to jab at Austin.
Welcome back to the show. Joining Jodi and I now via Skype is Southern Charm's Craig Conover. Hey, Craig, nice to see you again.
Hey, girls. Thanks for having me.
Of course, of course. So you're in the middle of your pillow tour. How's that going?
It's going really well.
Yeah.
People seem to really be behind it, and I don't know, it's great. So we've had an awesome turnout so far, and I don't know. We'll just see where it goes.
Oh, good. Well, feel free to make some pillows for our set because these ones, I don't know.
course.
We could do it with a refresh, I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's dive
Yeah,
into.
I'll send you guys some.
Oh, thank you. I mean, we got that on camera now, so we have to hold you to it.
Yeah.
Why don't we dive
Exactly.
into last night's Southern Charm season finale where Patricia threw her stag party and you and Shep, you naughty boys, you brought Chelsea and Ashley, a move that really caught Austin off guard. Let's see.
This is a total ambush. I already know the Shep is coming with Chelsea, but to see Craig walk in with another one is just like, Craig, you are just such a pawn. Unbelievable.
Okay. So, Craig, sorry, her name was Michelle, actually, not Ashley. Why did you initially go along with this joke of Shep's?
I mean, I don't know. I can't help but laugh when I see it because it's still kind of funny. I didn't have a date at the time, and I thought a friend was going to come into town, and she wasn't able to make it. And, you know, I try to be a participator, and, you know, it'd be kind of boring if I went by myself. And so when Shep told me who the girl actually was, I was like, oh, man, what are we getting ourselves into?
Jodi, do you have anything to add? Do you want to scold him just a little bit?
Yeah, I have a question. Did you know the point was to ambush Austin? Because at one point you seemed a little remorseful and you're like, oh, I thought we just liked these girls. Or were you in on it the whole time?
No, like I said, I thought Shep had just found me a date who was friends with his date. I wasn't aware. But then on kind of the ride there, when I started to put it all together, and I was like, oh man, and like I didn't know that he had told everyone already that we were like coming with them, and so it just seemed a little more of a ploy than I thought it was. I thought it was
too late to
just
back
gonna be a
out.
normal night.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
So I kind of just decided to.
Yeah. Well, the move actually resulted in Austin and Shep having it out at the party and effectively ending their friendship. Let's see that.
It was a blatant white glove off slap in my face to try and get a rise out of me, and you know that it was.
Yeah.
Dude, how petty. And I never thought that I would use that word to describe you, ever. How truly petty that you are right now.
Okay, so thanks to social media, we know that the two of them are friends again, but can you tell us how they actually made up? Did you play peacemaker at all here? Did you get caught in the middle?
Yeah, it was an awkward time in our lives because usually, our arguments and fights don't last more than a few days. But that did last like a month or two, and we all got invited to this golf tournament in Florida, and I was supposed to ride with them, but I was actually in the Bahamas, so I flew into Florida, and they had to ride together, and they were both calling me, being like, "Are you kidding me? Like, you're gonna leave me alone with them?" And then fortunately, in the car ride, they made up, I guess, and we had a great weekend in Jacksonville. So,
well, that's good. Can you give us any insight as to why Shep hates Madison so much? Because there's a lot of theories as to why, but we'd love to hear your side of the story.
Yeah, and it's tough that you guys only had what you saw this year, but she had multiple affairs before the threesome video, and she continued to have those affairs throughout the season and throughout the fall. And Austin decided to protect her, and I told him if he did that, it was going to be confusing and make him look like the bad guy. But she does not treat our friend well. She's actually pretty horrible to him. And as friends, it's really tough to be supportive of someone who treats your friend like absolute scum. And so you didn't get to see a lot of that, but yes, there was several affairs, and every time that they would have a clean slate, Austin would get crushed again. So it was kind of that's what was going on. But yeah, I mean, Shep did get denied by her, but I don't think it was that. I mean, he definitely has acted like that before around me, but not in this case.
Right.
I have a question, or rather I have a theory I want to float by you, Craig. Is Shep in love with Madison? Because it seems like he's a man scorned. Like he feels like he got rejected and now he's just upset.
Yeah, I mean, he was like that, a long time ago because Madison's been our makeup and hair girl for years. And I've been friends with her longer than I've been friends with a lot of people in our group. But no, he's not. He's got this obsession over it because it's the same thing I kind of had too of, we just want to shake Austin because he is so defeated and sad all the time when they're together that it really affects his life. And we're like, why are you doing this to yourself? So I can see how it would look that way, but it's really just because they just shouldn't be together, and it's incredibly unhealthy.
Well, are they together now?
I know.
What's the scoop?
I just talked to him because I was like, Austin, what? Like, do you want to come up and travel with me on the tour? Because I'm going to Nashville next week. And he said yes. And he said he's ready to get back out there. And I guess he is. He said that, she's kind of doing her own thing. And I guess he's trying, she's really good at sucking him back in, and she loves to have him as a backup. But he's trying to not be as available as he was. So I don't think they're together officially, which who knows?
Who knows?
These two.
Right. Okay. So then it was a very brief reconciliation between the two of them in that case.
Yeah, but then you'll see at the reunion, they're on the same team again. And it's just, the reunion's pretty bizarre. And that's, I guess coming up next week. But yeah, we all kind of hash it out. So we'll get to see, if the truth comes out during that incident.
Right. Well, talking about things being hashed out, can we please talk about Ashley's very brief appearance at Patricia's party? Because that was insane. She walks in, was immediately escorted out. So I want to know what the atmosphere was like during that confrontation and then afterwards as well.
I mean, everyone was suspicious that, it was going to happen, but she's bizarre. And that was and she was unhinged to the point where I was kind of worried for Patricia's safety. I wasn't aware that was her bodyguard, so I'm happy that he was there. But if a few of us went to go get in front of her, just because I am so scared of rejection that if you couldn't pay me to even show up to any of these things, if people don't like me, fine, I will leave. I will go find new friends. And her unwillingness to or her obsession with convincing everyone that she's the victim is just kind of nuts. And I saw her and Eliza talking, and I was like, this person looks crazy. I was like, this is crazy. It really looked insane.
Yeah. I think you used the perfect word, unhinged. That was what I was thinking as well. I was like, oh, she's got that look in her eyes, no good is going to come of this.
Do you think
and she
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say I guess, she finds someone to blame and just becomes obsessive over it.
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you saying?
Do you think her motivation for showing up at the party was just to create a good TV moment, or did she really think this was going to be her moment of redemption on the show?
With her, it's not a normal way of thinking. She's got these these obsessive antics to her where I think that every time she shows up, she thinks that it's going to go differently and she's going to become come out on top with some victory. But then you saw when she talked to Catherine and she's, talking crap about her right when she walks away. So I think she just has a lot of anger and she doesn't know where to put it. And I think she thinks she's the star of our show. I honestly think that she believes that.
Right.
She's said it multiple times. I really don't know what's going on with her head, but it would be interesting to hear what a professional thought. I might ask my buddy to do an analysis.
Wow. Well, also, why was she calling Thomas if they were broken up? What was that all about?
I just don't think she has anyone else. I have no idea what's going on in their two lives, but that was even, none of it makes sense. So she calls Thomas, and then she's like, I'm calling 911. And I was like, unfortunately, that guy handled it incredibly. The bodyguard was, cooler than a cucumber. He was great. But
yeah. I know that whole 911 thing. I was like, please don't do this damsel in distress thing. You're not doing women any favors.
Also, what are you going to say to the police? I wasn't allowed in a party?
That I wasn't invited to begin with? I know.
Yeah.
I know.
I was happy to see that she didn't do that, but I didn't get to watch everything. I guess all the girls got to watch over the balcony.
They did.
I was inside.
Well, look, you said that she thinks that she's the star of the show. Doesn't she know that you're the star of the show? But I have to ask, will she be involved in next season, or is she safely back in California?
Yeah, I think she's safely back in California. This was kind of her last ditch effort to, reconcile with any last chance she had, and I think they're all gone. I don't think anyone would even. I would, but this this thing that we have in our lives seems to shock us every year. So who knows?
I don't want to freak you out, but they all thought Freddy Krueger was gone, and he came back like 17 times. So
I mean, maybe that's what we're gonna go with. At the reunion, I was like, Andy actually is like, so speaking of Ashley, bring her out now. And like the girls' faces, like I thought they were gonna fall out of their chair.
Oh,
and,
I can
like,
imagine.
That was pretty funny.
Well, actually, speaking of the reunion, I saw you on Instagram stories and you were heading off for a vacation once the reunion was done filming, and you said that the reunion days are really tough, which is a sentiment echoed by a lot of reality stars. So what was the hardest part of the reunion for you?
I actually, I thought it might be awkward between Naomi and I, or me and Naomi, and fortunately, it was really good. We were kind of a team and support each other, and both said some really nice things to each other. And I actually choose to be honest about something that I wasn't sure if I was going to be honest about, which is just kind of something that I took in law school and was prescribed to and everything, and then should have stopped taking it after law school. And Andy was asking me why I was so much healthier in the Bahamas, and I stopped in the Bahamas, and now, I've stopped again, and just this ADD medicine or whatever. And I talk about that on the reunion. So that was kind of a moment where I was like, you know what? I've been honest the past few years and been completely transparent. And I kind of just went with it. So once that was over, I got to kind of sit back and have fun and laugh at everyone else.
And then go on vacation.
Yeah. I think this year was 9 hours of filming and yelling at each other.
Wow.
And then, yeah.
That's very emotionally draining. I can only imagine. All right, well, Craig, thank you so much for calling in. We hope to see you again on this couch very soon, bearing new pillows for our set. We can't wait for that.
Of course. Thanks for having me. And, hopefully I can hand deliver them sometime soon.
Yeah, that would be amazing. Of course. And we look forward to the reunion. So take good care. We are now going to take a very quick break. But when we come back, it is time for our weekly Reality Bite segment. So don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Reality Check. Jodi and I are now giving you a little TBT action where we take a look back at all of the moments from reality TV this week that we just couldn't get enough of. Enjoy.
It is my absolute pleasure to pronounce you husband and wife. Now you may kiss your bride.
Oh my God. I bet she's fun in the sack.
I will beat the out this bitch.
Why are you still talking? Shut the up!
You don't recall when you were waving that knife in my face?
I could have been waving a spoon in your face.
It was a knife. There's a difference.
The owner of the yacht has given us a day off in this amazing hotel, and you're acting like trash.
Falling over.
This specific spot at this jungle is where I lost my virginity. No, and it brings a lot of good memories to me.
His audition has had over 425 million views online.
I will comfort you. Come here to talk business, and this what the we walk into? Man, that. I ain't getting pat down.
Don't do that. Don't put your hand up. Don't put your hand up. Don't put your hand up.
What are you doing?
They're like actually fighting.
Oh my God! No!
I will lay me down.
You are genuinely one of the most extraordinary people and talents we've had the great fortune to have on any show we've ever made. God bless you.
Thank you.
I don't know about you, Jodi, but I can't get enough of Cody. He is just
I love
phenomenal.
him. I know, it's incredible.
I think he really has a shot at winning the season of AGT, and it would just be so well deserved.
I completely agree.
And then there was some other moments this week as well that were far more dramatic. So, for example, that big fight in Bachelor in Paradise. What did you think of that? Jordan and Christian just going at it.
Listen, I think we saw last season Jordan with the stuffed animal throwing it into the ocean, now with a piñata. Don't take him to a fair or a carnival. He's certainly not going to do well.
Yeah, and don't put him by a body of water.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I thought it was funny. I mean, we only saw a second of it. It seems like it's going to escalate. So Ooh.
Yeah, and then in happier news, Reagan finally got to marry her love. Of course, like they now have a baby. I mean, that was a beautiful wedding on Southern Charm, New Orleans. So that was a nice moment as well.
It was. I love a good reality show wedding.
Yeah.
I love them.
Just a wedding in general. I mean,
Exactly.
There's an open bar. Although speaking of open bar, the Aussie on Below Deck Mediterranean clearly took it too far.
Yes.
I was like, you can't take us Aussies anywhere.
I mean, there's nothing worse than an adult sloppy drunk. Like, you gotta learn your tolerance.
Yes, well, anyway, on that note, we've had our say as to what our favourite moments were of the week, and now it's time to see which moment you all voted for as your favourite in our Twitter poll. And unsurprisingly, with 60% of the votes, there's a piñata fight from Bachelor in Paradise that had you all shook. It was a good one. All right, we are taking our last break of the day, but we still have some gas left in the tank. When we come back, we'll be hitting you with another great moment in reality history, so stay with us. Welcome back to the show. It's now time for another reality history moment, this time courtesy of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Enjoy.
I feel like you need to flip your hair and say, where's John Black?
In this 2015 episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, the gang is trying to get Eileen to say a few lines as her character on Days of Our Lives.
Do it. I can't. Do it.
What am I, a circus seal? Eileen isn't into it, but Brandi won't let it go.
I just want to see the side of her that I see on Days, which is the villain.
So naturally, Brandi threatens to throw a drink on her once.
I'm going to throw a drink on you in 1 second.
No. Twice.
I'm going to throw a drink on you.
And third time's the charm.
You did it!
Which leaves everyone dumbfounded.
Why did you do that? I just thought that being a Days of Our Lives actress, like you could...
Of course. Every day of my life, people throw glasses in my face.
But Brandi's unshakable belief that this was completely normal behavior makes this one of the great moments in reality history, even if it did bring the dinner to a screeching halt.
Can we have the check, please?
So weird.
It's so weird, but that is such a good moment.
It is a good moment. And to be fair, there was only like this much wine left in the glass by the time she threw
I know,
it.
but she's like, you're an actress.
Yeah,
what?
Like, dance, monkey, dance. Well, that is all we have time for today, unfortunately, but I want to say a big thank you to Jodi Gugliemi.
Yes.
We've been saying your name wrong all this time. You
It's
never
okay.
corrected
It's
us.
complicated. I get
It is
it.
complicated. It's a great name. But thank you very much for being here
course.
and being such a great guest. And also to Southern Charm's Craig Conover for phoning in from his tour. Remember to follow @People on Twitter to watch the newest Reality Check episode that streams Monday through Thursday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. Have a great weekend, everybody. I'm Lyndsey Rodrigues. I'll check you next week. Bye.